It's Hyp3r Halloween.
Well, it was only a matter of time before I spoke about the most iconic slasher villain of all time. No, not Jason. No, not Michael. Not even Freddy, Chucky, or Pinhead. I'm talking about Horny the Clown. What? You've never heard of Horny the Clown? Blasphemy. Blasphemy, I say. Horny the Clown is the main antagonist of 2007's Thru. You see, Horny the Clown was burned alive in a prank gone wrong and comes back as a demonic entity to terrorize the kids of the ones who killed him. It's a film that's truly ahead of its time. Okay, enough screwing around. Yes, Thru is a real movie. No, it didn't reinvent the wheel, given it had a similar plot to A Nightmare on Elm Street. And yes, the villain's name is actually Horny the Clown. So, while the movie isn't necessarily breaking new ground, it is a pretty decent slasher flick with a cool-looking antagonist. Let's talk about the plot in a little more detail. The movie revolves around Mackenzie and her group of friends as a series of murders start springing up around town. The murderer is only targeting the local teenagers in the area. In addition, Mackenzie starts receiving premonitions about the murders, so her and her friends go out and figure out what's going on. Of course, the murderer is Horny the Clown, and he's out for blood. The reason he's out for blood? Well, when Horny was a real boy, he was a socially awkward boy named Archie. Archie was picked on a lot by Mackenzie's mom and her friends when they were all younger. Archie is also the mascot for a local fast food chain called Burger. The mascot is, of course, Horny the Clown. Archie's father is the owner of Burger, so Archie has easy access to the restaurant. This is actually an important plot point as he decides to have his 18th birthday at Burger. Mackenzie's mother and her friends go to torment him and accidentally burn him alive. So, yeah, like I said, the movie itself isn't necessarily unique, but what really makes this movie a hit for me is the antagonist, Horny the Clown. Horny the Clown is the right amount of corny. His jokes and quips lean to the vulgar/crude side, but they fit his character. Even though the story takes inspiration from A Nightmare on Elm Street, Horny the Clown is more reminiscent of Chucky with his vulgarity. His costume and weapon of choice also look really cool to me. Horny the Clown's demonic form is a lot more menacing than the mascot costume that is shown in flashbacks. His mask is a speaker like ones used in drive-thrus. His weapon of choice? A badass meat cleaver. His hair is spiky and looks like fire, referencing how he died. To top it all off, he has horns, which represents his name. Sorry, stupid dad joke. So yeah, Thru is your typical slasher film with a premise that's been done multiple times before, but I think it's a pretty fun ride. I really enjoyed it when I first saw it back in 2008, and I still enjoy watching it now. The antagonist is pretty memorable, and the characters are actually developed more than other slasher films. I definitely recommend checking this one out.